Here I will try to help you with determining how to estimate your educational expenses and how much to borrow in student loans. Determining how much you need to borrow is a difficult process for everybody, especially if it's your first time living on your own. In this video, we will assume you are a student at a 4-year university borrowing to pay for education, but the same basic concepts can apply to borrowing money in general. Generally, you should try to determine the total cost of your education, including tuition, books, supplies, room and board, as well as living expenses. Compare that total to the amount of money you plan to contribute and receive in financial aid, meaning subsidies, grants, and scholarships outside of your loan. If you anticipate earning income while attending school and using that income to pay for your education or expenses, you should include it in the calculation. The difference between what you require and what you can contribute will have to be borrowed. Minimizing the loan as much as possible will reduce the burden of paying back the loan in the future. Now, you may decide to project expenses for the entire 4 years, which can be informative, but be aware that your expenses will likely change. Therefore, although it is helpful to have a cost projection for your expenses, you should create a new projection every year prior to applying for loans. Remember that you can subsidize your costs with financial aid, scholarships, and grants. When researching tuition costs, please make sure to contact your school and find out about any additional fees which they require. When researching living expenses, take a look at your previous monthly expenses to get a sense of what your in-school budget will look like. Room and board refers to the cost of rent for your living quarters and food. Student dormitories often differ from traditional rentals because dormitories may include the cost of utilities, which would be electricity, heating, and possibly water, as well cable and internet. Traditional rentals, however, often don't include those costs, and you will have to pay for them on top of your rent. Additionally, if you are on a meal plan, you should acknowledge the potential for money spent on additional groceries and restaurant food. Lastly, don't forget to factor into your projected expenses related categories such as recreation, subscriptions, hobbies, and small purchases.